So good evening everybody. So today we'll be creating a bootable flash drive. So you'll need two pen drives for this. One is I'm using these two pen drives. So this will be have the plug and play Ubuntu, and this will be the live environment pen drive. So you'll need the ISO file for this, and besides the ISO file of Ubuntu, you'll need Rufus. I'll be following Agile Dev Art. This is a YouTube channel. I'll be following his tutorial. This is his tutorial that I am following. As you can see. So first let's open Rufus. I'll open Rufus with administrator privileges. This is admin. Okay, Rufus is already running. So he asked us to select the pen drive. I selected the 32 gigs pen drive. I selected the ISO file. Here's my ISO file. I selected the ISO file. I will leave this persistent partition size. We leave this. This will be set to default. All the other settings will be default, and we'll then start this option. Oh, sorry. Write in ISO image mode. Yes. This image uses grub, as different may not be compatible with another. It's not. Rufus will attempt to locate version of grub. Click yes to connect to the internet. Attempt to download it. Let me start it again. Okay, I'll go with the default version from Rufus. Let's see. All the data will be destroyed. Okay, no problem. So now it will take a while. So okay, this might happen. Okay, it will take some good amount of time. It's complete to 0.1%, so it will take a good amount of time. So I'll pause the video here and we'll continue when this is complete. So now the whatever you call it, the process is complete. So I'll just close it. Now let me follow up with the tutorial.
Usually it's F11 or F12. It depends on your PC manufacturer.
So
then you should get.
He's saying to boot to enter the BIOS menu. So now I'll enter the BIOS.
The boot menu, and inside the menu, select the USB drive, and it should boot into it. I will do the same on my machine as well, and I'll see you in the live environment. Here we are inside the ubuntu.
So we have to enter the live environment. So I'll just shut down the PC. And by booting up, I'll press F10 or F12. Yeah, I pressed F10 or F11. And now use a USB drive. Troubleshoot. Let's see advanced options. Startup settings, system restore. I think what would be the option we have to select? I guess we'll have to use this one. Okay, here we go. So here we have try or install Ubuntu. So I'm typing on that. Now hopefully it will get Ubuntu started. Let's see. Yeah, it's booting from the pen drive. So I have two pen drives plugged in. One is this red pen drive, which contains the bootable ISO, and the other one is this cyan colored pen drive. It is the pen drive I aim to modify, or like I want to convert it into the bootable operating system. Pardon the noise and pardon my fluency or whatever. It's taking a long time to boot up. Let's see how long it takes. Yeah, it's booting up. Finally, it's booting up. Okay, it's taking quite a good amount of time. Actually, the pen drive I'm booting from is a 2.0 pen drive, so it's justified that it will take, longer. You can use an SSD. SSD is much better. Okay, so we have two options. So I'll click on install Ubuntu. Let's see, I'll continue. Okay, I'll not connect to any internet. Okay, let's see. Okay, normal installation or minimal installation. I will go with the normal. In the video he went with the minimal installation, but I'll go with the normal installation. Let's see. Okay, something else. Here we have to tick on something else because we want Ubuntu to be installed into the pen drive. So here we go. So you'll see options. Here we have dev NVMe. All these NVMe options correspond to the actual SSDs or hard drives that are present in your PC. So we'll just avoid them. We'll go with SDA. So SDA is the whatever, I don't know what does SD stand for, but it's the removable drive. So we have two SDs. One is SDA and SDA one. It's inside. This is SDA and this is the partitions inside the SDA. So we'll tick on this one because it's a 64 gig. This pen drive is 64 gig pen drive, so I can this is the pen drive I'm looking for. In the video now he pressed on minus, and now we have free space. Now I'll click on free space, and now we'll device for bootloader installation. We'll select this pen drive. Yes, this is the pen drive, and let's follow up with the video. Here I selected this pen drive as the bootable pen drive. It's 3.2 Gen 1, and I deleted this extra space by pressing the minus. So now there is only one partition available, which is free space. So I'll follow up with the tutorial.
Environment, and we already got the welcome to Ubuntu screen. Now it's the right time to plug in the second USB drive for the full Ubuntu installation. I will do it as well. Installation FASTA, very important, select menu, then go to activities.
I didn't encounter this manual partitioning option.
The minimal installation for the same reason. I don't want to wait too long. This one is very important. Select manual partitioning. Next. Now we need to create the partitions. But I cannot see my USB drive anywhere. If you have the same situation as I have right now, you plugged in the second USB drive and you can't see it here, then go to activities and type gparted, this one. Now click on this drop down, and now here you should see your close gparted. Now we need to refresh only free space here, then select device for bootloader installation and select your USB drive. Now it already created the first partition for us, the EFI partition.
It didn't create the first partition for me. I don't know why, but it didn't create that first partition for me. So should I try to create it myself? Let's press on plus. Size I can allocate 1 GB and FAT32 file system /boot/EUEFI, but none of those options are available to me. Let's just see what do we get.
Let's create the next one. Scroll down, click on free space and plus.
So allow me to watch the video. I'll just catch up with you. So I watched the video. So all he did was like create some partitions and etc whatever. So actually it didn't create the partition by itself for me. So what I did was I clicked this plus icon. I can just do it again here. Give me a second. Here we have SDA, the pen drive I'm talking about. We have three partitions here. One is free space of 1 millibytes. The other is allocated according to the video. He asked us to allocate that. Okay, I'll do it again. So now we have a pen drive and we have free space of 64 gigs. So I'll click on that free space. I'll add something. So he chose 1 GB of boot/UEFI partition. So I'm choosing FAT32 file system, and mount point I'll select /boot/EFI. This is the mount system. I'll press OK. Now first partition is created. The rest of the partition I'll just use that for root folder or whatever they call it. Okay, now the pen drive has been split. The free space has been split into 4 parts. I don't know why 4 parts. Earlier it was 3 parts, but the rest remain. One is boot/EFI. The other one is that root folder. The remaining partitions are of 1 MB. I don't know why. So I've selected this, and now we will click on install now. Let me just go back to the video and check which partition did he select.
Now click on this drop down. This one should occupy all the red. You're done partitioning, so click next. Here you can see a quick point should be slash. So this one will be the root partition. And okay, we are done partitioning, so click next.
Okay, now we are supposed to click next. So I'm clicking install now. Identical mount point for 2 file systems. The 2 file systems assign the same mount point. Okay. Please correct it by changing mount points. Partition number 1. Same mount point. Bro, it's not installing. I don't know why. It's not installing. I wanted to install it. It's goddamn not working properly. What if I remove this one? I don't want to risk anything right now. No, why it's not working properly? This is the pen drive I want to install in. It's saying that 2 file systems are assigned the same mount point. NVMe 01P1 and SCSI partition 1 SD. So, but what if I cannot change that now. I want maybe it's not required. Let's click on install now. What if I click on install now? If you continue, the changes listed below will be written to the list. Otherwise, you will be able to make the further changes manually. The partition tables of the following devices are changed. SCSI 01 SDA. Following partitions are going to be formatted. Partition 2 of SCSI. Number 2. SDA as external 4. Okay, it's talking about SDA. Okay, so I think we are good to go with this. So I'll just allocate this free space. I'll just modify this free space. All this free space I'll use it slash next 4 is okay. So I'll use all this space and I'll click on install now. Okay, so following partition tables will be changed. What are the devices? SCSI 100 SDA. So SDA is certainly the pen drive. Then the other partitions which are going to be formatted are again the pen drive. So I'll continue. Let's see what happens. Time zone, I'm going to select India here. and now continue. My name, let's say admin, and name. I'm gonna tap my name, admin 449, and choose a password. Login automatically, and now I'll continue. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, it's copying the files, as you can see. At the end of installation, it will prompt us to restart the computer, and then we have to boot, but this time from the pen drive that we are supposed to boot from, i.e. the green colored pen drive. So I'll do that. I guess we'll be good to go. Let's see what happens. It's taking a lot. Okay, so we'll wait, we'll pause the video here.